In this video, I'm going to share with you some failures that I've had in the garden in hopes that it can help you be successful as a gardener. Hi, this is Jeremy Starke here from Green Thumb Gardener, here to give you some tips, tutorials, and reviews for all your gardening needs. Please give us a green thumbs up if you find this content helpful and you want to see more videos just like this. Hit the subscribe button down below to get notified of all the videos. You want to hit the bell as well, just so you can get notices of that. Also, I want to know if you guys, what failures you've had in the garden. Please also put something in the comments below. Let me know what failures you have. Maybe we can help each other out and give us each other some advice on what we can do. Or, you know, maybe I'll do another video if it's something that you want to see and that you'd find that might be helpful for you. In this episode, I'm going to go over some garden failures that I've had just to give you some idea of what you can do to prevent them. And also to tell you basically, one of the things about gardening that I really enjoy is it is one of those things where you can experiment, you can get in there, you can get dirty, and then you can have fun at the same time. If you're not doing this, you're not having fun, then it really is not something that you really should do. Gardening is one of those things that, you know, it can connect you with your community, your family, and anybody that you do love for it. And also, it really is for me, that it is really good for, it's one of my passions. It's also something that keep me in balance and kind of connected with the earth and everything. But one thing that I've always been about gardening is that if there's something that goes wrong, I really don't get bothered by it. You know, I know you can go out there and you'll see all these different videos and tips on how to, you know, fix this and how to fix that. And yes, and they're very helpful, and I certainly do those videos as well. You know, one of the things that I just don't get caught up too much is really drilling down into everything and trying to do so much stuff that it really is troublesome for me. You know, just to be candid with you and kind of show you, I mean, I'm not a perfect gardener. I don't have the best garden out there, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't really bother me. There's no competition or anything like that. One of the things that I do have is I learn from what I do for my mistakes, and then I try something different. I get back in there and I might plant the same thing that I didn't have before that didn't work out well, and I might try to do something else. I might try to add some additions in there. You know, I don't get bogged down too much in all the details. I really try to keep it simple, things that are practical that you can do that just really gets you in there, because I really don't spend a lot of time researching and you know, looking on videos all the time. I mean, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that. What I mean is that I just really get in there and I try things, I experiment, I see what works, what doesn't work, and then I make a note of that. That's another important tip that you should do, is keep a little journal of what works and what doesn't work. Very basic. You can just keep it down to where you planted something, what you fed it, if you get it on a feeding schedule. You did notice that there was some kind of pest, and if you did spray something or anything to correct it, or if you notice something wrong, then you can go back and you can look at it the next time, because trust me, after you're planting all these seeds and everything in the garden, there's going to be things you're not going to remember, you know, throughout it. It is a good way to to learn by your mistakes and to see what did work. Let me give you over and I'll show you one of the things that happened this year with my cucumbers. You know, it's something hopefully it'll help you guys out. I know what the problem was. It's definitely something that happened, and I could have done something about it. It's not that I didn't do anything about it. You know, sometimes it's one of those things. Mother Nature just gets the best of you. You know, depending on your conditions. So you just kind of have to just go with the flow. So as you can see right here, these are my cucumber plants. Now you'll notice that there's quite a bit of yellow spotting on there. There's browning on there. I actually went through early this week, and you know, because I did start noticing, but we had quite a bit of rain here the past week or so, and it really exacerbated the problem. This was either the works of you know, either a cucumber beetle that infected it. I haven't cut the bottom stem to find out, because you can tell that way by doing that. You know, also it could be from just the humidity and the rain and things like that I have absolutely no control over. I do water my plants from the bottom, so I try not to get them wet. You know, like I said, I mean, you don't really have control over about every condition that's in your garden. If I did notice that there was kind of fungus, but it really just kind of exacerbated, and I it really wasn't in the garden that much last week because of the rain. So I didn't really notice it, and I really didn't have much control over it. I did actually get quite a few cucumbers from this, but that's one of them that basically just didn't work out as well. I mean, I would have loved to have a longer growing season for this, but you know, I'm just going to cut this one where off it is, and I'm going to let the remaining cucumbers grow on here, and then I'm going to start over again. And that's the fun part, because I get to plant it again and start over again. So as you can see, I mean, there's not going to be any gardener that's going to have the most perfect garden. They're not going to do every single thing right. If they claim that happens, then I'll tell you right now, it's false, because there really is no such thing as a perfect garden. And this really is a message for anybody that's starting out gardening or beginning gardening. Don't let any of these things discourage you. You might get, you know, one year you might get tomatoes that just didn't really produce anything, or you know, you might get, you know, like cucumbers could also get infected, and it doesn't stop me from moving forward and going and to try different things. So the next time that it does happen, you know, I'm gonna be more prepared for it. I'm gonna have notes on it. I'm gonna say, well, when it's raining out, I might have to go in and I might have to cut some of the leaves off if I do notice it. One of the things that I probably could do a little bit different next year is I just kind of let my cucumbers go. I'm a pretty simple gardener, so I don't really like to do too much in there. But I probably next year will only have, I think I had 3 there, which I think for that space is a little too much. I'd probably do 2 at the most, and then I would still go in and I do like to do a little pruning here and there, because that will help the airflow and it won't, you know, basically help it dry out. And also this spot, I think it might be. It does get a lot of sun, but it might not be the best spot. But, you know, the way I look at it is that I got a ton of cucumbers out of it. I'm going to plant another batch. So, to me, it was successful. But, at the same time, don't let that get you discouraged. You're going to have failures in the garden. It's okay to have failures. It's just how you deal with them and you move forward with it. So I really hope that you enjoyed this show. If you do find our content helpful, please give us a green thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below and let us know. Also hit the bell when you do subscribe, so that you get all of our notices for the videos. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.